Hello everyone, welcome to the Lungleng show. Today we will be talking about a movement here in Nagaland called the MEKHALA Wednesday. You must have seen a lot of people wearing Mechaala, worn by people who go to work either in a government offices as well as private office, or it's a movement where people promote wearing that Mechaala on Wednesday to office or to work. So we'll be talking about this, and I want to understand this movement better. So to talk about this Mechaala Wednesday, I have invited two very important guests, and they are Meripeni Zares, and she's working for she's working for the Home Department, Government of Nagaland, as an additional state protocol officer. Yes. Great. And she's joining us today. Thank you so much. And I have another one, Raman, and she also manages schools here in Kohima. So at the same time, she teaches in the school. So it's a great thing to have a conversation like this. A free, frank conversation with people who are doing something to promote something. So since I'm not so well versed with the idea of the MEKHALA Wednesday, I would like to understand better. Not for myself, but for the audience that we have on our platform. Mm-hmm. So thanks for joining for this conversation.
Thank you for having us, Lungleng. It's a pleasure for me and Mimi to be here and to be talking about MEKHALA Wednesday.
Great. So we all know that people go to work wearing Mechaala, and it has become something like a trend. And we can see on social media, it's getting like kind of attraction on social media where people would, especially the women, folk would wear Mechaala and go to work. I first of all, I want to know how it all started.
Okay. So MEKHALA Wednesday, there's an element of spontaneity to it when we started this, but definitely not a one-time run-of-the-mill thing. Okay. It was purposeful. There was intention behind it, and there were some things that were already brewing within. And I just want to talk about two things that really triggered this. And one of the first things was I'm somebody who shied away from the Mechaala for the longest time. I thought not only did I feel uncomfortable wearing it, I thought I looked very awkward and odd wearing Mechaala, so I stayed away from it for as long as possible. But then, because of my work, I was compelled to use the Mechaala sometimes, not every day, but during official work, I was compelled to use it. Then I realized that every time I stepped out in my Mechaala for my official duty and work, there was something different in the way people responded. It changed the environment that I worked in, the way people perceived me, they treated me. Everything changed. So I definitely noticed, wow, there is something about this Mechaala that was there. But of course, I didn't even start wearing Mechaala to work, even after all of that experience. And the second thing was, every time we had special events, government events that happened, women would gather in our traditional Mechaala, Mechaalas. And, women just coming together in Mechaala. There was something special about it. The bonding between us, the admiration, the mutual admiration that we share. And then it was like when we came together in Mechaala, it just lightened everything up. It just brightened up the entire room and even our mood as well. So definitely I realized, this Mechaala is more than a piece of cloth. There's something about this Mechaala. But then there was this question, but why can't we wear it to work? Why do we keep this Mechaala only for special occasions or sometimes to church or when the occasion demanded? Why do we keep it? Why can't we make it a workwear, a popular workwear? But then still, I was feeling very awkward to wear it. Lacking the confidence to wear it. So there were conversations in the workplace with women. Every time we met, there would be we would say to one another, hey, why don't we wear Mechaala sometime? Why don't we wear it together if we can't wear it, alone? Why don't we do it together? So I said, okay, let's do something. And so, like I said, thank God I didn't overthink when it came to MEKHALA Wednesday. Otherwise, if I had put on my overthinking cap, I wouldn't have done it. So that's why I said there's an element of spontaneity to it. So we just made this poster. We said one MEKHALA Wednesday. It was 17th May 2023. last year. Yeah, last year. So just sent out this poster on.
So that was kind of the official launching.
Yes, no, but it was not like, hey, let's do this thing. It was just amongst that, also just in Secretariat. I didn't share the poster with anyone outside Secretariat. So not even Mimi, because she was not in Secretariat. So just within Secretariat, and that was it. We didn't know what we were getting into. We just said, let's just have fun. Let's do this fun thing. And that was how it started.
Interesting. I mean, Mimi, how did you get to know about these things first? Because you were not in the Secretariat, and this seems to have originated from Secretariat, Civil Secretariat, Government of Nagaland.
So, Ata, I respectfully call her that, big sister. I've known her for over 2 decades now from Bangalore. So we always had like this friendship on social media. And when I first saw their post, I was so excited about it. I love the Mechaala, and the idea of wearing Mechaala to work sounded just so good. I floated the idea with the teachers, our staff, and they readily agreed to it. And so immediately the next week we started it, and we have been doing so since.
So the teachers also, the women teachers came wearing Mechaala?
Excitedly. They wear it with their either flats, boots, gum boots, everything. So it's exciting. Yes, and that's how I became a part of Mechaala Wednesday. Yeah.
Well, that's how it all started. But I just get a sense that it just goes beyond just wearing it for the sake of wearing it, and just normalizing it in our daily, daily wears that we do. I mean, you may not have thought through, what you want to achieve in the beginning. But no, as it comes on, like as it continues until today, and you have crossed more than a year now. It has, how would you see the significance of, having a trend like this, and what would you think would help?
So I think, like you said, it's not only about wearing it, making it a popular wear in the workplace, but I think wearing it does something to the wearer as well, in terms of how it elevates our confidence. It does. It does, definitely. I don't know. There's a magic something about our Mechaala. It boosts our confidence, and not just about lightening our day, but like I was mentioning earlier. It started in one office. And just 17 women wearing the Mechaala that one Wednesday. And we weren't even thinking that it would go beyond Secretariat. And look at how it has moved beyond Nagaland Civil Secretariat. And now it has gone out to more than 20 departments. It has gone on to other districts, subdivisions, more than 12 districts.
In other districts as well?
Yes, it has moved on. And to villages as well. I think it just moves my heart that it has gone to the villages. So,
now, mentioning of villages, let me interrupt you there. I thought in the beginning, wearing Mechaala on Wednesday sounds more like for people who are doing the white-collar job. Right? Or goes to office and have to do more of a sedentary work. But people in the villages who are doing manual work, do you think this is possible?
They are doing.
Do you have any comment?
They are doing it with Mekhaalas. Those who are doing manual work. Are the aunties who take care of our school, who cleans up the school? They do it in their Mekhaalas. So I don't think that's.
And after this trend. Or before this trend came into being, they were doing that with Mekhaalas?
Before, and I mean after
before as well.
Before as well, and after there are, I think, some people who encourage us and tell us that we can do anything with our Mekhaalas on. So, and after this trend, I'm sure there will be more people proudly wearing their Mekhaalas to work.
So we get pictures from the villages as well. We've been wearing Mechaala, doing their thing. Some of them, of course, school teachers in the village, and just sharing their picture with us. I mean, that's such an encouraging thing. And from how, not just within Nagaland, and how this homegrown movement, this local movement has moved on to become a national thing. So Naga women who are working outside or studying outside in India, different cities, sending us their pictures on Wednesday. Hey, look
Really?
at me.
Okay.
Here I am in my Mechaala on Wednesday. And beyond national level, it has gone international as well. So students and Nagas who are working outside, going to their work, showing up in Mechaala and sharing their pictures with us. I mean, how encouraging is that?
Of course.
Though we are so scattered, so apart, we are still, that oneness. So that's where the significance about reclaiming our identity. I think for me personally, really, just wearing this Mechaala on Wednesday, it has been, I think, a journey of just understanding who I am, my identity, my culture. That has also definitely something for me. And I believe that will be the story of many other women as well. Yeah.
I mean, I just remember that, people in the villages can still do it, Of course, it's easier for people who are seated in the office and do all this, paperwork and documentary works. But people in the village, manual work whole day in the farm or in the jungle might be difficult for them. But I remember growing up as a kid in the village, I can see all women going to work wearing Mechaala.
Exactly.
I mean, it was possible. So the question is whether it's possible now, So that's something I was just wondering about.
Maybe you know what,
Yes.
it's possible.
It's possible.
Definitely. But when you say that, it reminds me, I received a few pictures from Lungleng district. Okay, so here they were in DC office. They also observed the Mechaala Wednesday, and they were sharing these pictures with me, and they had posted the pictures they had posted right in the marketplace. But behind them were these women folks who were selling stuffs in the market, but they were in their pants. You see, so the irony of how now younger generation, they are wearing Mechaala to work, but how maybe there's a generation that has now become more comfortable with the Western wear. I don't know. So I was like, wow, I noticed that, what's happening? Maybe there's some role reversal happening.
I think times are changing as well. I mean, trends change with the change of time. Now, since this idea got, started in the government office, let's say secretariat in the beginning, there is sometimes a rumor that the head of department sometimes compelled the employees to wear Mechaala on Wednesday. Is there an element of truth in that, or is it people have the freedom not to wear it or to wear it? Just want to know that.
Okay, so we would really like to say that this Mechaala Wednesday is a voluntary movement. It's a voluntary thing. We don't compel anyone or would force anyone, hey, it's Wednesday, you have to wear it. Nothing like that. That's why I think we also have been sharing that apprehension actually, because some officials, out of enthusiasm, and they don't mean they don't mean anything bad or harm, but out of enthusiasm, they want everyone, all the workers in the office to wear Mechaala, and that might not come off in the most positive way, definitely. So we have shared that apprehension, and maybe that's why we have also subtly put it out. Should I say subtly? But in our posture, we do have mentioned
as
this
loud
is
as we can.
as loud as we can. I think that's the right word. That this is rooted in
being a voluntary movement.
This is a voluntary thing. No compulsion.
Because it's a movement. So in movement, there is no head. There's no one heading it.
Exactly.
It's a movement. People's participating in the trend, right?
Exactly. And
so when you institutionalize these things, then it can become a people's proprietary. So which will normally die down. So as long as we keep this as a people's movement, then definitely it will go on, and that's how it will help revive and promote our Mechaala as well.
I'd like to add, it's
please.
been a year, and we have made it abundantly clear that it's a voluntary movement, and I think that's why Mechaala Wednesday is still kicking on, because there's been, but for that one incident of a very enthusiastic, department that really wanted everyone to wear Mechaala. Otherwise, I think most of the people do look forward to Wednesdays to wear Mechaala because it's a voluntary thing and not out of compulsion, because as you said, anything out of compulsion becomes a burden. So
that's the beauty of a movement, actually,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was also one of the reasons why we didn't really want to come.
no face to this.
Yeah, no face
exactly.
to the movement.
It's like
Just keep
everyone's
it-
movement.
Yeah.
I know, but
It's women's movement.
like,
so
but there are people who took the initiative. I mean, they may not necessarily be the leader or chosen leader or selected leader, but there are people who started with the, small initiative like this. So you guys seem to be the one, with the making the postures. I mean, there are people who keep the ball rolling, although it's a movement. So, but when we start claiming that this is ours and we make decisions, then that becomes problematic. So
Right.
I think it's very clear that it's nothing forceful. It's just
Yes.
voluntary
Oh,
and
yes.
believing in the idea of voluntarism. So that's how movement survives. I totally would, appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's been a year now. I mean, what kind of changes have you seen from the beginning till now?
Oh, the changes.
I mean, in terms of participation or in
Yeah.
terms of responses
Yeah.
from the people.
Wow, I really wish there's another girl actually who forms the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trio.
The trio. She's not here, but she has been, she's one person who, the first time she ever wore Mechaala was on the 17th May. Yeah, when we started the movement.
Yes, yes.
That was the first time ever she wore the Mechaala. And look at what she is doing. I mean, she's a very talented, gifted person.
Okay.
So she makes the poster. And it's not once a month thing. It's every week she prepares the poster. And the encouraging thing is her friends from the world of art and illustrations, they have come forward to voluntarily make posters, illustrations for the Mechaala Wednesday movement because they see that, there's a bigger cause in this.
Mostly men.
Yeah, and mostly men.
Were those designing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
doing the artwork.
Yeah, doing the
Yeah.
artwork, voluntarily, just coming
Yeah.
forward and making it for us.
Anonymously also.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's how you have been.
Yeah, so just this support that we are receiving and how women come forward to tell us their stories.
Yes.
Yeah, different departments. You have, because of this Mechaala Wednesday, we are experiencing renewed joy in the work that we are doing. How encouraging is that? And I forgot to mention, not just in government, I think one of the places where Mechaala Wednesday has really, taken root is in institutions, both public and private as well.
Okay.
Colleges, schools, colleges, and even universities. My Mitsipima, the Sasard. I mean, it has taken on with a bang. Yeah, wow.
Okay.
Really, it's something else. The responses that we are receiving from women, the stories that we hear, we are so overwhelmed actually because we didn't.
Definitely did not see
the
this is
responses,
unprecedented.
the participation,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So now, I mean, in a city or place like Kohima, it's colder when you look at the temperature. So people may be comfortable wearing this, but how about people like in Dimapur or in other hot places? Is it? I mean, from your experience, is it comfortable wearing Mechaala in hot places?
Depending on what type of Mechaala you're wearing. Yeah. But yes, a lot of friends and friends in Dimapur would say that, would wait for the winters to come and do this whenever we share the advertisement or the posters with them. But we're a fortunate generation to have Mechaalas, different kinds of materials for our Mechaalas now, where we can wear some that are comfortable for Dimapur heat as well. But yes, Kohima's weather is the most
friendly.
Yeah, most Mechaala friendly weather.
Yeah.
But a lot of them have tried.
Right.
But yeah, they do say that it's quite uncomfortable in the heat.
I can imagine that. I can imagine that. So participation has been how would you rate since the time it was started and when you look at it now? It has reached the private sector, it has reached, colleges, schools. It was in the secretariat, like we said in the beginning. Now, when you look at it, it has really spread over in many places, districts, and many institutions. So how would you rate, percentage-wise?
Ooh.
How many percent it must have been?
Because if we are talking only about working people comprises just about 2 lakhs. So and then women would comprise of just about 1 lakh or hardly a lakh. So if it's just working people participating, maybe about 2,000-3,000.
Oh, okay.
2,000-3,000. So we have had instances, especially in few colleges, like in PEG, I remember, and also in Dimapur, SCTE, the training diet, where students also wore Mechaala on Wednesday. So putting all those together, I would look at somewhere maybe 2-3, somewhere there. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, it has really spread over the year. I mean, over the last 1 year. It's interesting that people are responding to it very positively. I mean, in a way, this is better than, I mean, what can be better than this when it comes to promotion, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, imagine the idea of Mechaala was going down in a city, in a city setup like this. People would wear only on Sunday or some official weddings, I mean, events and like weddings and all. But normalizing it in a daily wear is something very nice. And as a man, when I look at people, especially women wearing Mechaala, they look so graceful. I mean, that's our observation. And I don't claim to represent all men, but that's what I see. But as a woman who wears it, how do you feel when you wear it? You were mentioning about it, but if you can, frame it.
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing one right now.
That's
it. No, but honestly, it has become so natural. And of course, I've enjoyed wearing the Mechaala, and I have a mum, I have a mum who enjoys collecting them. So this started early on before I passed out and went on to college. Came back, college started experimenting with different types of materials, fabric, different types of, tops to wear, because I didn't want to be conventional since those days. And I really enjoyed wearing the Mechaala. I still am wearing, I can say that because I'm still wearing one. It's reached a point where my friends joke and jest and say, we thought you'll be coming in the Mechaala when I go for a concert or something like that. So it's reached that point. But I forgot the question.
On Wednesday.
I mean, how do you feel as a woman?
As a woman, it does feel good. It feels good, mostly because, we're living in a generation where there's just so much infiltration.
Right.
Social media is at its peak. There's just so much influencers influencing this, influencing that. And then you have this piece of cloth that reminds you of your roots.
Yes.
And it just feels good. It feels really good. So it can be, not to get all political, but wearing different tribes come Mechaala, it feels good.
That's the point.
It does. Yes. And it just makes you feel like, oh wow, there are so many tribes, and every tribe has their own variations. Every tribes, villages have their own variations. So it gives you this confidence, and we were just talking about this inner peace, inner joy. Seriously, I'm not too sure about the grace part for me personally, but I just feel emboldened in a lot of ways.
So out there, you make a good point that you really have to explore many Mechaalas and designs and ways of people wearing it from different tribes. That is a very interesting point, because I mean, Naga society is ridden with tribalism.
Yes.
That's the elephant in the room. We don't want to talk about it, but that's happening everywhere. Now, when you get to wear a Mechaala or a piece of cloth from other tribe, it gives you sense of belongingness, as a Naga, right? Because Nagas have too many elements of tribal divides, and when we don't reach out and try the wares or food of other tribes, then it keeps us farther and farther away from each other. So, but this is a good way of exchanging things, intertribal, in terms of intertribal. And one thing I remember is Mizos. They're very good at wearing Mekhaalas. And when you see Mizo girls, Mizo women, they would just wear in their normal day, church, work, on the streets.
Yes.
I think can the Naga also become can we also become something like?
I hope we get there someday. We are not there yet, but I hope we get there. At least for now, on Wednesdays, nobody looks at us, okay, what is she doing here with a Mechaala? At least no one does that now. Instead...
You mean to say people who used to look at
we would stand out. Yes, we would be the odd one out. Okay. Yeah, we would stand out definitely. What is she doing in a Mechaala? Nice. At work. That's why we never had the guts to, wear the Mechaala to work. But at least for now on Wednesdays, nobody questions. I mean, and instead, compliments galore. Not that we are wearing it to fish compliments, not that. Not. Yeah. And by the way, like you mentioned before, it's the men, who compliments us more. We receive a lot of compliments from men. And actually, we have had so many men coming and supporting the movement by wearing their shawls or vest. So it's been very encouraging. And going back to those tribe thing, I had this collection of other tribes come Mechaala, but I never got to wear it because...
Before this?
Yeah, before this, never got. It was just stashed away there. So I gave it away to some people, but never had the opportunity to explore, because it's always, if I wear, it's my own tribe's Mechaala, because it's for our festival or to the church. I'm wearing my tribe's Mechaala. I mean, never had the opportunity, but now I get to wear these varieties of Mechaala. And just last Wednesday, I was wearing this Rengma Mechaala, and I don't know how many Rengmas came up to me, and even on the picture that I posted, commenting, thank you so much for wearing our Rengma Mechaala. It looks so good on you. So it's like sharing kindness. Yeah, you feel good about yourself, and people feel good seeing you in their tribe's Mechaala. I mean, it's a celebration of our diversity. What a beautiful way to celebrate one another, our diversity. Yeah.
In continuation to that, one of our teachers she belonged to some other tribe, and she wore some other tribe's Mechaala, and entered the classroom, and the students who belonged to the tribe whose Mechaala she was wearing were so excited, started questioning. And it was a fairly new class, because academic session for the 11th just started not too long back. It broke the ice for them as well. So we just see this as a very nice icebreaker as well.
Makes sense.
And for the students to come up and ask and say, can we also please wear Mechaala once a week? It was very, very encouraging too. Yeah, and so, I mean, stressing on the point that there is no age barrier to who is being influenced by this. Even the younger ones are very excited. And to see the children get, excited to see their teachers on Mechaala Wednesday, to look forward to what they're going to wear, what tribe are they going to wear. It's just... I think it's forming an unknown, unseen bond among the teachers and the students. This whole movement.
That's beautiful.
Can I also?
Yeah, please.
We are talking too much, but I have to say this. Because I mean, because Secretariat is a huge place. You don't know each other well. So I'm walking across the corridor in Mechaala, and there's another lady walking in the Mechaala. We don't know each other. We're seeing each other for the first time. But, just look at each other and note, okay, we understand each other.
Yes.
I mean, it's special.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's a nice way of bonding.
Exactly. That unspoken solidarity. We are in this together. What a beautiful thing it is. Yeah.
It's a small things that make up
definitely
sometimes big thing. And when you, I want to get back to the idea of the tribal wearing other tribes Mechaala again. Nagas are very suspicious of each other. Like when it's from other tribe, it starts with suspicion. We don't know because we don't know the person. But when you see that person wearing your own tribal Mechaala, that you feel connected, and we don't see other as a threat anymore, right? I mean, everyone would feel that. You imagine you go to one district, and which is not your tribe, and people wearing that in front of you, you will feel connected. Oh, they know about us, and they don't hate us. I mean, we have to accept this fact that we are suspicious of each other too much. So I think this is a small way of cutting this down, and
definitely.
And I really like the idea.
Definitely,
I mean, that goes with men's shawl as well.
Exactly.
So I try to make it a point to sometimes to wear men's shawl and do a show. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting, right?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So, but waiting for winter.
Yeah. We'll look out
Yes.
for you on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it goes beyond looking good.
Oh, yeah.
It has big role to play
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
unite us
So
in
much, so
a very
much.
beautiful way.
Yeah.
Now it's been going on, and do you have anything in mind that since the movement has to grow and not just wearing it, but in a way to influence people to embrace more into our own tribal wear?
Yeah. So, like I've said this before, because when we started it, there was nothing big in our head in the sense, let's do this. This is our vision. This is our goal. Let's achieve this. There was nothing on our mind. But look at us now, where we are. And so I think we want to keep it this way. Keep it things open, loose. One Wednesday at a time.
Yep.
We want to look, but we are definitely dreaming big. I'm sure there are more bigger things to happen, but one Wednesday at a time. I'm sure we will get there. Things that we have not imagined will happen.
Yes.
Yeah. So the dream is big. Yeah.
And when you work around office, I mean, is there anyone who normally resists the idea of wearing this? I mean, I don't want you to pinpoint, but are there women who resist this kind of idea as well?
Of course, there are people who are not comfortable in it. Like we said, I mean, Atta definitely took her time starting to wear the Mechaala. A lot of my friends as well. So yes, there are people who do find it difficult. I think mostly it's not anything else, but it's just that it's not comfortable for them. No other reason per se. Yeah.
And when you look at the younger girls, they would not be mostly comfortable, right?
But here's the nice thing about Mechaala.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to tie it, so many ways to play around it now. Those days growing up, it was like a tuck and a fold,
right.
But now we have so many. You would be surprised to see the way they do up their Mechaalas.
Yep.
I've seen the younger ones at school events. They do it in such a way that it is actually trending with the present fashion trends, like with a high slit and everything, but without cutting it. Just the way they wrap it around them. And also, I mean, the younger generation seem to be enjoying this as well, because my Mechaala right now is hooked. It's not folded. There was this lady who shared her video with us on Mechaala Wednesday, she was so small enough that she could tie both the ends. But for people who are bigger, we have two ribbons at each ends and tie it. So we've become mavericks at this. Coming up with our own tricks and tips, and one thing that Mechaala Wednesday has really taught me is people telling me how to do it, how they do it. And it's just, there's another bonding that's happening there, because everyone's different. Every body type is different. So, so I think the younger generation are tapping on that a lot more than us.
So that will definitely make them comfortable wearing
Yes.
it. It's just a folding one.
Yeah.
I'm sure people wouldn't risk wearing it.
It's risky as well when you're going to be restless and, and
let's
doing
be
things.
honest, it's,
It's not an easy thing to carry
it's
off.
not.
It's not an easy.
But it's quite relieving that, people are coming up with hooks and with
Yes,
belts.
yes, definitely.
Straps and all, right?
So many things, so many ingenious, so many ingenious ways to tie in a
I would
Mechaala.
honestly like to tell women folk that it looks really great when we see women wearing that.
I just forgot one element, because when we started it, we did not even realize. But and I'm sure Mimi will also have some things to say on this. There was this Mechaala sale happening at Made in Nagaland Center, and I also went in thinking, okay, let me also pick up one Mechaala. I went, and there were all these weavers. They were there, and so the people running that sale introduced me to the weavers. And hey, okay, this is so and so. She's behind the Mechaala Wednesday movement, and how these weavers were so full of gratitude.
Now that's
They're like, thank you so much for starting this, for doing this. We are receiving so much more orders. The demand has grown so much. I was so happy. I was so grateful, because this was something we did not even realize that we would be impacting this group of people.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So in small way, we are encouraging them.
I think that's a big way.
Yeah.
That's a big way. Okay.
Small, big way.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
enormous.
very satisfying.
I know that.
Yeah, that this MEKHALA movement is not just about looking good and feeling good about ourselves,
Yes,
but hey,
definitely.
we are encouraging
A ripple
group of
effect
people.
that's so
Exactly.
positive.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the society, how society functions, almost everything is determined by the market. So if we create market by popularizing the idea of wearing MEKHALA,
Yeah.
that means we are going to preserve our
Yes.
tradition forever.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
When there is
Yeah.
no market, it dies down nowadays.
True,
Who will promote it? I mean, there are a lot of cultural things which we don't use anymore. Example, the gong. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, who would use that nowadays? We
Yes.
just keep it for
An
namesake
artifact.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Artifact.
Yeah.
And MEKHALA would definitely become an artifact as well if we don't
Right.
use it this way, right? And the way it is promoting the market, and the way it is promoting the women folk, the weavers, I think,
Yeah.
nothing better than that. Honestly, I'm
Yes.
very happy.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
about this before, but I'm very, very happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would share. I like anyone in Kohima. I do have my stores where I go buy MEKHALAs, and the young girls, and they would tell me, it's so nice these days, and it doesn't matter the price range. Everyone is buying something or the other, and so gratifying to hear that, and the
Yeah.
excitement to see them, and so they're
Yeah.
experimenting with colors to keep up with the trend. They're experimenting with length. And everything. So I mean, this ripple effect we were
Exactly,
discussing
yeah.
is very, very encouraging.
Now, personal
Yeah.
question: how many MEKHALAs you own?
Oh. Oh my gosh. I haven't really counted.
Yeah,
I
just
haven't really
rough
counted.
estimation.
But definitely I have one thing dedicated only to MEKHALA. Dedicated only to MEKHALA. And I decided after I started wearing MEKHALA, I decided after every maybe an event in my life
Okay.
to commemorate that, I'll buy a MEKHALA and keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, so every time I wear it MEKHALA, I remember that event. Yeah, so that's what I decided
How
to do.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm also
So
doing that.
yeah, it started just about 2 years back. So I have MEKHALA. So when I look at that MEKHALA, I go back to that event.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
So for example, G20.
Yes.
I was
Sure,
really active. My hands were full. I gave it my all. So to just celebrate what I did, what I contributed there, I bought a MEKHALA to remember that. And then, things like that. And President's visit to Nagaland for the
Yes,
first
I
time. And
remember
my
the
hands
story.
were full. So I want to remember this, that I met the first tribal president when she was here. So to remember that, I bought it. And then, of course, my dad's 75th birthday recently. Yeah. So
Okay.
to commemorate that, I bought it. Okay, this
Good
MEKHALA.
idea.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Yeah, with our
So you have at
feelings.
least 10. That means
Oh,
minimum.
minimum.
minimum. Yeah, minimum.
But you wouldn't know how many exactly it is, right? many?
Yeah, because
Because I just want to have a rough calculation.
oh really?
Because let's say you have like 2,000 people participating in this, and there will be at least 30,000 people working in private sector as well as in government sector.
Yeah.
Right? So if there are like 30,000 people at least buying 10 each, and it will keep increasing.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't want to wear the same like
Yeah, yeah,
the next
yeah.
week again and again. So it will keep increasing. Let's say
Right.
then it will be 3 lakhs MEKHALAs demand. Then who will get benefited at the end of the day? It's our
Yeah.
own people.
Yeah.
It's our own mothers.
Yes, yes.
Right? So this movement will really benefit people.
Yeah.
That's I think one thing I'm now really interested in promoting this.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole conversation.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's one of the things that really encourages us as well. Yeah, as MEKHALA Wednesday enthusiasts. Yeah, that's something that really that it is not only, it's not a selfish thing for us to look good, but we are supporting a group of people. We are lifting them up. We are encouraging them.
Right. It's all
So,
encompassing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And also, can I also add? That also, of course, is this cultural thing, our identity, reclaiming our identity, that thing. But we are creating this positive workplace culture momentum. I won't use the word change because change is too big a
I know,
word.
yeah.
Yeah, but that
Positive
shift.
impact.
Yeah, there's a shift that happens when we go to work on a Wednesday wearing a Mechaala. There's something happening, because see, the hardest thing about life it is so daily, and work is a daily thing. It becomes mundane, boring, normal. Work becomes a drudgery. So you bring it this Mechaala Wednesday. Somehow it just breathes in new life into the day, and you get this renewed energy. Yeah.
Just one of the 5-6 weekdays, you have something called Mechaala Wednesday,
Exactly.
and that adds something like a masala to your life.
Right.
Bang in the middle of the week.
Right there, yeah. And it's our dailies that shapes our habits, our characters, defines who we are. And our Mechaala, our culture, who we are. We should be defining ourselves.
Great.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Mimi?
No, I mean, that's that. Every day is boring, but every day the boring is what makes you. And so you add masala, like you said, and there's something to look forward. So
and I'm really happy it's impacting a lot of areas.
Yeah.
I mean, either in a small way or big way, whatever way it is, it's impacting, promoting our culture, and making you feel great in office, and reclaiming our identity, and going back to our roots, and impacting a lot on the weavers' economic life. That's interesting. It is us who should revive this. I mean, no foreigners would come, no Bollywood actors and actresses will come and promote this for us. Because you know what? When Amitabh Bachchan, there was a time when Amitabh Bachchan wore some Ao Naga show. People were so happy. Wow, it's being promoted. Of course, it's being promoted. But that would not go anywhere unless we do this by ourselves and for ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, it is us who should promote it and who should make use of it. And you know, that's why I think in that way we will have a sustainable promotion.
Right.
So instead of depending on those folks, I think it's best that we start on our own.
Exactly.
Strongly.
Let's do it. One Wednesday at a time.
Together.
Just try it. You have to try it to know how it feels.
So, I mean, on the concluding part, would you have any thought that you want to express to the women folk regarding the Mechaala Wednesday?
You go first.
Oh, really? I hadn't really thought about this. I'm
asking this not because you were part of the initiatives or something, but as a sample of people who are participating in this.
Yes. Oh, to the people who are already participating.
I mean, who are participating as well as who are not.
Okay. So, Mechaala Wednesday, it's an open invitation. To all women, to any and every woman. Come on. Can we do it together? There's something about our Mechaala. Our Mechaala is more than a piece of cloth. It's more than an attire. Wear it and see. Just try it. There's something about it. Who knows? It can transform your life, change your life. It's a silent revolution. Just come be a part of it. I think that's all I will say.
Great.
Take the first step, take the first rap, try it out. Don't be too scared of labels and anything. Enjoy it. And like we always say in all the posters, be the light. Mechaala Wednesday.
Be the light.
Great.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Redsum.
For having us.
Thanks for coming on our show. And I'm sure people will.
Our pleasure. And our anxiety as well.
Now we can
see.
Although it's your first time to be talking in front of a camera, I would really like to appreciate and commend you guys for having expressed your thought succinctly and very clearly. I'm sure we need to, as a society, we need to really practice the, idea of having a conversation like this for whatever reason it is.
Without the camera too much. Conversations, camera.
No.
It intimidates.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to our audience sharing their comments. I mean, feel free to share your thoughts. Either it's a critical comment or either it's an appreciative comment. Everything is important to us, so keep sharing your thoughts, and we look forward to seeing a Naga society reviving its own culture by its own people. Thank you so much.